Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crusaders of the Lost Idols weekly live stream. Coming to you live from beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Ooh. I am Erika, one of your hosts. I'm the live services manager for Crusaders, and I'm joined by Kat. Kat, tell the audience about yourself.
Hey, I'm Kat. I'm the lead artist for Crusaders and the one that you'll be watching drawing for this stream.
Nice. And you have a Twitter.
And I have a Twitter that I post the stream drawings to, as well as my own. It's at Skeleven. It's on the screen somewhere. I forget where it goes in relation to my camera, but
It's above you, yeah.
okay, above.
Whee! So yeah, we're gonna start off the stream by going over the Rosy Decorations coloring sheet submissions. Thank you to everyone who gave us a sheet. And then we'll be taking your questions while Kat does some sketching. Oof.
Yeah. So our first one here is from Anubis Chick. Basically following the canon colors, but I really like the multiple colors in the roses, and especially these blue and yellow ones in the background. They look really cool. I don't know if it's like possible for roses to be multicolored, but I like it anyway.
I think they breed some funky varieties. At least they have like the multiple shades of color. I'm not sure if it's like dual colors, but they could be doing Alice in Wonderland things and just going around painting the centers.
Yeah. And I like that the ribbons going up are the same as the ribbons in their horns. That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all very nice and cohesive, you know.
Yes.
Still using the green sort of stands out, separates the background and the monster, which is good. Whereas all the other colors are pretty well shared between them. But it works.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anubis Chick. And this lovely one is from Arhu Agaga. I really like the extra effort you went into doing little swirlies, little like markings.
Oh, neat.
It looks really good. And also this little bit to make the
saliva or something.
Yeah. Make the ribbon look damp from in his mouth, which makes perfect sense. And little hearts on the ribbons, and also some extra colors in the roses and the leaves. Lots of extra little detail. Clouds. Made this look kind of like a mirror on the ground, which is very interesting.
Yeah, mirrored dance floor.
Yeah.
Try not to have some bad luck.
Yeah, but I really like this color scheme overall as well. It's, much more natural than the one that I went with. And it works really well. I like it. And same person, Arhu Agaga, or sorry. Where they commented that they just did a very quick 200 pixel brush version, so just like a big fat marker all over it, which is fun.
But it actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. The roses in the background definitely give me that Alice in Wonderland vibe now, just like big splots of red over the green. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a nice way to just do like an extra sheet, because I know there was some talk about like how long it had been since there was a
code given away.
Yeah. So I'm sure everybody appreciated that. Azaria, another one sticking pretty close to the canon colors, but again it looks really good with multiple purples and also multiple blues in all of the leaves and roses. I like these candy cane columns as well. And consistently multiple colors in the roses in the background as well.
Yeah, taking the time to do all the details.
Yeah. Yeah, always appreciated, and I think it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Just like multiple colors, it really breaks things up, and it's interesting. Yeah. So thank you, Fire Anvil. The first one to do one of the less detail sheets, which I've been thinking about a bit lately, and trying to simplify even further. So we'll see how that goes in the future. But paying attention to this, it's interesting that the ribbon or whatever sort of becomes red.
The tongue.
Maybe their tongue, or maybe like they just have really red saliva, like how hippos sweat pink.
Right. Demon saliva is red.
Could be.
Yeah.
I like that the monster rosebush has some of the pink from the background.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of gives me this idea that like they are supposed to be part of the background, but they're like, no, I have to come fix this ribbon thing or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your submission. Here's Full Chain, of course, always coming in with the all the extra shading and stuff. I love the way the eyes look. They just look
The
like
eyes are awesome, yeah.
bulbous and shiny and reflective. It's quite something. And all the roses and the rose bushes becoming more cohesive, with just like little bits of roses standing out and the rest of it being just like a big blobby bush, which is a little more true to life. And the shading really gives Rhozoid a better shape, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just as always, super impressive. Thank you for taking my line art to such places. And also this like super multicolored granite flooring or something as the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some extra detail work. Yeah, but for me the standout is the eyes. They're just so gummy looking. So thank you, Full Chain. RJ Kubik.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, liking the color scheme again. The really bright green with the sort of duller purple. Really, really stands out against everything, even the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Pale pink. And I like that some people have been doing the nails and the eyes as similar color, which like at first glance is like, is there more eyes on his feet? Yeah.
I mean, demon, the toes could be eyes.
Yeah, all kinds of spooky possibilities. It's good. I have noticed that I think it's kind of majority people just have like a regular red rosebush in the background, and then go do whatever with the actual rosy roses, which I find very interesting, and it makes sense. Demon roses can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, RJ Kubik. Say Alexi, our first real media submission. They're always very consistent with that.
Mm-hmm.
Pencil crayons for sure. It looks like just pencil crayons this time, if I'm not mistaken. The dark, like indigo, and the really dark purple are very similar, but different enough. Like it's very harmonious, but they don't get completely lost, which I like.
Yeah.
I also like this blue and purple for the columns. Very Eastery for some reason.
I was gonna go saltwater taffy, but yeah, it also Easter colors too.
Oh, yeah.
No, it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, so thank you, Silexi. Zizix did a whole bunch of sheets for us. Again, because I think people were really wanting that code, which is totally fair. I like that the one marking over the eye is different from all the other markings.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's nice. And they left the roses white, but it works really well, actually.
Yeah, no, it makes the roses stand out. And again, demon creature could have white roses with orange bushes. Mm-hmm.
And the tail has a little bit of blue bush, which is interesting. Or leaves. And I think they have like 4 other ones that they just did really quickly. Again, for submission's sake. Ooh, this blue and yellow is a nice color combo, though.
Yeah, no.
It's a very pastel-y sort of one. And just a bright yellow. Yeah. So, that is the last one. Thanks, everybody, for your submissions of coloring sheets. I know Zizix in particular has complained that they are too complex. So, yeah. I'm not a coloring sheet artist. I just basically am doing my own style and then trying to accommodate what other people... I don't know how to say this, actually. Either way, I will be trying to simplify things a little more going forward, at least doing, the sort of regular version and then like an ultra simple version, maybe.
I mean, have you seen the adult coloring sheets? Some of them are really detailed.
I know.
And then there's like the Mandela ones, which are just like itty bitty boxes. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, but I totally get it. Some people actually enjoy it, like Full Chain and Silexi, I would assume, because they put so much effort in every week. Mm-hmm. And some people just want the codes, and you know what? I respect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and, also I'm totally open to feedback. Let me know here or on the Reddit threads or whatever. Or on my Twitter. You can DM me or at me or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, now I will leave that, and you can ask all of your Crusaders questions to Erika.
So we have some regulars in chat. We got JS Random Numbers, Leptimus, Mitch Ben, Stormcrow, Cassius. Cassius subscribed again. Thank you very much. And if you missed last week's show, remember, if you have Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime and you feel like giving us your Bezos bucks, you can subscribe with your Twitch Prime subscription. You don't have to, though. It does unlock more emotes for the channel, so... we get a Crusaders emote if we have more room for emoticons. Emotions. We need more emotions. Yes, we need to have more room for emotions. Yep. Storinda is in chat. Vingummy, Rusty Knight, Slab McLartuge. Looks like the raffle is still going for a couple more minutes with keyword Rainbow Rose. And I will get to your guys' questions. Stormcrow asks, when are we getting Gwen's doggo as a TM?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that get confusing?
Maybe.
Well, I guess you could always assign doggo to do something else other than click monsters. It could be a Taskmaster. It does have some animations, right? So we'll just need a clicking animation, or not even?
That's a little tougher because Taskmasters usually sort of sit still because they don't have a wandering animation like they do in Champions. So I'm not sure if I could reuse it or if I'd have to redraw it, but I could probably reuse at least some of it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Shrug.
Well, if there's enough player requests, it might turn into a Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Cassius says they got overexcited and already opened the all-tier St. Patrick's chest from today's stream code. Oops. Jay is asking, is that a squiggles I see being drawn? The nose looks very vaguely clownish.
it shall be. You are finally getting the squiggle sheet.
Hardball UK says, howdy, hope y'all are keeping safe, warm, and in touch with family. Hello, thank you for joining us. I should probably email my dad at some point. I haven't talked to him since Christmas. It's already March. Oh boy. But I
Time is just
do
flying.
weekly chats with my mom. I actually have a call with her tonight, so that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I talk to my grandma every weeknight, basically.
Nice.
And sometimes it's like, all right, we're tired, we're not actually going to talk. But most times it's like a 45-minute chat. Because, she lives alone, I live alone. She talks with lots of other family members, but she's just a very talkative lady.
Right.
And so am I sometimes.
Nestle Quick wants to know what image was on your mug, Kat.
Oh, it's just a Tim Hortons mug. It's backwards because of
Actually,
webcam, but
it comes out the right way on the Zoom call, so...
Okay, yeah, it's a 40th anniversary mug.
Neat.
It's just nice and big for tea.
Yeah, I guess from, like, when it wasn't close to the camera, it just looked like a red triangle or a muffin or something. Storinda says, yes, they love the coloring sheets. They would appreciate more time on them because they're rushing to finish a lot of weeks. Aw. You can take your time. Like, we can always have it submitted for a future week. Like, obviously, when players really want to code, they step up and get some sheets in. And there's been a lot of it this past week of, like, just coloring catch-up, which is like, oh, wow, that worked.
Yeah. That was pretty cool to see. I would definitely say, like, if there's, like, a sheet that you're like, oh, man, I love this one. I really want to put extra effort into it. You can always, you take it for 2 weeks or something. There's no rush here.
No.
But I understand the want to, like, get it in on the deadline every time, so.
Yeah, but we'll still show it whenever it comes in.
Absolutely.
Rusty Knight says, Kat, Gwen looks very nifty indeed. And wait until you see her in game.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of her.
Dragon Slayer 96. Any idea when new challenge maps will appear? Well, I asked you guys for feedback on what we should look at changing with the challenges on Tuesday's Reddit Q&A, and I will be taking that advice into account when planning out the changes. We're currently working on the Tier 5 Ghostbeard's Greed objectives, and I do want to get Season 4 planned out sooner than later so we can actually have that ready to go pretty quickly after Season 3 ends. Somewhere in there, along with the launcher chat updates that you guys really want. We'll see. They'll come. Cassius, a spear-throwing ghost with a pet dog, is Gwendolyn voiced by Aaron M. Evans. Totally a coincidence. I forgot Havilar had a hound friend until the first episode of ICP, and I was like, oh, right, doggo. Yeah, totally coincidence.
I actually remembered that because it was sort of a flashback doing a Hellhound equipment item.
Right, you did have Havilar's equipment.
Yeah. Still, they're pretty different Hellhounds.
Yeah. Eat Me, I'm Pierogi asks, how can someone be the daughter of the period from sunset to sunrise in each 24 hours?
Come on. Don't think so literally.
But there's night everywhere around the world, so she's just chilling out in the night. Like... Storinda, are you drawing squiggles? Yes.
Yes. Squiggles is happening. Something about him is harder to draw than others. Maybe because there's expectations, or maybe just because he's a clown.
Maybe. He's just a clown human. Yeah, it's... And you're not drawing him in the style of the game, you're drawing him in your style, so it's a bit hard to do.
I kind of want to make him look really crazy, so that might be the thing.
Looks like Estcarp won the giveaway. Congratulations.
Congrats.
The Nautical Menace. After nearly 3 years since I got Robo-Rabbit, I got the Epic Gear. His legendary effect is definitely useful in the late stages of the game. Congrats.
Yeah, nice.
Sippelman, is the challenge bug fixed now that we got the challenge coins back? Yes, it should be fixed, but you guys got excellent records of your challenge coins, so if we didn't fix it properly, let us know. Hardball UK, can you send me a dozen of Tim Hortons to the UK? The mugs, the donuts, the coffee? I don't know, what do you want? But it'd probably be pretty stale if we sent donuts. Mm-hmm. If you can even send food anymore between... I know people still sneak cookies into the mail, but I'm not sure you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've always found the idea of sending food in the mail kind of weird, so...
Yeah, if it's not, like, preserved or something, like... Mm-hmm. And I know when Mom sends me packages, like, she gets the boxes from the liquor store, she's packing up my stuff, and she has to cover the box in brown paper, just because you're not allowed to send alcohol. So, like, if you just brought the taped up liquor box to this post office, they'd be like, "Nuh-uh, you're not sending that."
Right.
And I was like, "You can sneak me my perfumes," but she's like, "Nah, the post office said no perfumes, and I don't want to get in trouble." So, because it's an alcohol and could explode or freeze or whatever and ruin everything else.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, like, I had a perfume phase back in university, and she's like, "They're just sitting there chilling out on your dresser. Do you want them?" And it's like, well, if you can send them, sure, why not? I don't wear perfume much these days, but, I mean, you can use it to freshen up the apartment or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
or
just like...
special occasions.
Yeah. It's like, nah, you can use it, Mom. It's fine. It's 15 years old. You don't need to... if I didn't use it all up, there was a reason. Nestle Quick says, I'm all about the big mugs. No Tim Hortons in Florida. I know what they are, but don't know the logo. I think that looked like a specialer logo, because he said 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my two biggest mugs are a Beetlejuice mug and a Ghostbusters mug, and they're too big for tea or hot chocolate. It goes so cold.
Right. Yeah, there's like... my partner likes big mugs, but then it's like... then you have to go microwave it if you're not drinking it fast enough.
Yeah.
The Nautical Menace. Also, question, when do you think that Crusaders will be getting more hotkeys when we want to navigate the menus quicker? I think it's the runes and the talents hotkeys that you guys really want. They're on the to-do list. I'm not sure when that'll actually happen, though. Sippleman, isn't it odd that we have Tier 6 event objectives, Tier 5 campaign objectives, and Tier 8 talents? A little bit. I guess I haven't been as consistent as updating the campaigns as players might have liked, but we're on Year 6 of events, which is why we're doing Tier 6. And the talent tree's filled up, so we're on Tier 8. That's just what fits on the dialogue. Jay says, they've been wanting to do coloring sheets, but they're always so tired at night, and my computer is finicky. Aw.
Yeah, I totally understand. There are some of these that I really like, and I'm like, maybe I could color my own thing. No.
Yeah. Well, like, I had the ones I posted this week printed since, like, they originally released. So they were just sitting there on my desk, and it's like, am I gonna color? Am I gonna color? Am I gonna color? It's like, nah. But then I was just listening to a really long YouTube video, and I'm like, I kind of want to listen to the YouTube video and not, like, be distracted trying to multitask by other stuff. And, like, coloring was, like, pretty brainless. So I was like, I'm just gonna color, because they're right there.
Nice.
Video's playing. I'll do it.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to do it. I just, like, I'm doing art all the time.
Yeah.
So it still feels a little bit like work.
Fair enough. Cassius, did Gwen's dog get bitten by squiggles? Aw.
No.
No, it's just, because Gwen is the leader of the wild ride in Crusaders, so she has her demon doggos to go chase down the peoples. And so Demon Doggo has red horns.
Yeah, I mean, that's an actual bit of lore from the Wild Hunt. I forget which culture, because so many of them have Wild Hunt lore, but one of them was that their hellhounds are white with red ears.
Nice.
I added the tail just to sort of balance things out, but yeah, that was very specific, and I thought it was interesting.
Whipped Quasin, fun fact, a lot of famous voice actors voiced the base 20 Crusaders, including the voice actors for Link, Chell from Portal, and Gordon Freeman. Sure, that's some interesting headcanon.
The joke is they're all silent protagonists. But, I mean, Link screams a lot. He's definitely had different voice actors over the years.
Cassius, given Kat is drawing squiggles, does the Bat Billionaire have a throwing item? What?
I don't know.
I think he has the Batarang icon, maybe. But he doesn't have a projectile himself. Bat Billionaire has alchemy, though, which comes in handy with the alchemy talent. Or are we trying to have a Joker Bat Billionaire face off with squiggles?
Oh, yeah, I guess, okay, that makes more sense.
Maybe? Rusty Knight, any chance that when sending Crusaders on missions that the skins could also be listed? I often send a mission off and then realize I could have done better if I had thought to switch to a Crusader's X skin instead. It might be possible to show those on the tooltip when hovering a Crusader, like, has skin unlocked, has tag switches? Maybe. We'll keep that in mind. Slamming Lartude, you've probably gotten tickets about this, but there have been a prevalence of reset errors in the past week where you reset the world but are thrown back into whatever wall level you were at when you select a new dungeon free play. Just something for Kev to look into. Hasn't happened to me personally, so I haven't ticketed, but it is a thing. Yeah, we did get some tickets about that. Not a lot of details, but possibly related to not idling on an area, but who knows what happens, or it's just because all y'all are doing all the objectives, which are shorter than dungeons. So it's definitely on the list to look into. Try and figure out where it's coming from. Beatings Galore says, we've never been in the military, in basic training with people sending food and everyone getting some, or just stationed somewhere and your dad sending you bags of stuff you miss from home, which is fair. And I know there's like those snack boxes, like you can get treats from around the world, snack boxes if you want. It just like perishable stuff, like feels weird. Like Vivka had her banana bread and ICP on Monday, and it's like, okay. Obviously it was close because you said it wasn't as dry as you were joking it was, but that feels like it would like die pretty quickly if it was homemade with no preservatives.
Right. No, the first time I ever got food in the mail that I can think of was like probably last year or the year before, from a friend from high school who moved to Japan. Sent me all kinds of Japanese goodies. That was very cool. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I know people do it, and it's like, it's a thing. I just, part of me is like, Chips would be fine, candy would be fine. depending on something else. Like, maybe if you, like, FedExed it and it's there in a day, it's fine. There is FedEx. It's not like mail takes a week for everything. But yeah. Narpar, OMG, when I was in the office, I'd obnoxiously microwave my coffee like 3 times per cup. I'd brew it, sit at my desk, and forget about it. We know, Nick. We know. I don't mind cold tea, so, like, by the time my tea's, like, slightly cold, just, like, I'll just drain it in one gulp rather than just, like, microwaving it.
I used to like cold tea, but now I prefer it warm.
But yeah, definitely a thing with big mugs. Sippleman, are there any new campaign objectives planned, or are they stopped? Oh, I said we're doing Tier 5 Ghostbeard's Greed. That's the next thing coming up. Or did you mean, like, Campaign 10? It's still a possibility. It's not a soon possibility. But I would like to at least have the 10th campaign make it a nice round number on the objective selection screen.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice.
Yeah. Rusty Night, Cat. Squiggles looks like he is having the time of his life.
Good.
Good.
That is the intention. He is tormenting a couple poor leprechauns.
Narpar says, coloring while listening to a podcast is a great time. GSR with a drive-by weekly reminder that I promised a Mindy too. I know. That's still on my mind. Conquer Shinko, does Idle Champion streams get the same question every week? I'm pretty sure players are like, when's more stuff coming? In any gamer stream, right? It's like, so for Idle Champions it would be, when is more blessings coming? When is the rebalance coming? When are we putting out 3rd Modron Core? Jay is clarifying, they mean the code's not working question. It's more likely to happen with our Crusaders and Bushwhacker stream, because we only have one of each. And the rest of the streams on the Twitch channel are Idle Champion streams, so.
And despite all the disclaimers, there's still people that just try the code in Champions and then go, it don't work. It's like, it's for a different game. Guys, please.
Yeah, no, Nightbot's pretty clear. It says Crusaders or Champions or Bushwhacker. We do have the Champions of Psychology. We are putting a notification for that in the game if you guys are interested in psychology, because it's more just general psychology talk, not related to Idle Champions itself, where Idle Champions is just sponsoring it. But it's more just a Codename sponsored stream at that point. But it is pretty cool to listen to Mitra and Dr. B and Trevor talk about mental health, and they have touched on various issues. Episode 8 is happening this Tuesday, or coming up, whatever, and we do give away a runic chest for that stream as well. Yeah, and Jay is noting that when you do tune into Champions of Psychology, it tells you what the code will give in all 3 games, which is really cool. Always handy to have a bot that tells you what's happening. Snaz says, not gonna lie, I thought Gwendolyn was a cool Erenvar skin. Oh. And the colorings are similar, right?
Yeah, that's kind of it's just how ghosts work, basically, in Crusaders. But, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Vin says, our workplace finally received a Christmas cake sent in December from somewhere in the world from a vendor over 2.5 months late. Well, if it's fruitcakes are designed to age, right? But Denia Fire says, my mom sent me a Christmas pudding in the mail back in December. Narpar says, my partner's dad sent us a big package of Christmas baking in what looked like Chinese takeout containers. That's one way to send food, and you can buy those. Like, I know I see them at the wholesale store. It's like, yeah. I don't know why I would store food in them, because it's cardboard, but it is a thing you can buy. Especially, like, all the restaurants shop there.
Mm-hmm.
Rusty Knight, that also reminds me, will there ever be a chance that a new Crusader will have both the clicker and DPS tags? Possibly. It's not something we would be against. Narpar says, great work on the hands there, Kat.
Thank you.
Big Smurf says, you guys are doing a good job.
Thanks.
Slab McLartude, the Squiggles drawing is like with the PE teacher joins the losing team in dodgeball and just annihilates 5th graders. Oh, poor Larry and Snicket. Aw. Beatings Galore and Bluest Blood both appreciate watching Champions of Psychology. Nice. Xlade, hi guys. With how long the runs now are, the performance loss of the game client has become a lot more clear as areas per hour can fall by hundreds in a single run. Is there going to be anything done to alleviate performance loss? We can take a pass at the memory leaks. If you guys have like formations you notice it happening more with, that would probably help trying to simulate the grind, or if you guys have like so many monsters on the screen because you decide to tank for a second or two. Yeah, formations for when it's like really laggy or like specific area, like game's been open, it's gone 6,000 areas. It might help. We can do a performance pass. But it is still a flash game, so there will still be a memory leak. Corn Freak, any chance we might get an app for on-the-go gaming? Sorry. No mobile stuff for Crusaders. Dragon Slayer, so since Squiggles is finally getting a coloring sheet, does that mean his 5th rune will be the most OP rune out there, so you can get E9867 DPS with just him in the formation? No, he won't have a E9000 DPS rune. At least not intentionally. When I was testing Kyle's rune, I was like, man, that's actually OP. I have to change it down. Or is like, I was so tempted to leave it as an Easter egg because Kyle's so hated, and I was like, no, it should kind of be on balance with the rest of the runes. No Kyle Easter egg there. Nestle Quick says Squiggles' 5th rune copies all the abilities of Zhao. That would be cute. Mr. Pandino says, hello there, ladies. As always, cheers from Poland.
Hello.
Big Smurf, I have a question about Taskmasters. Do all of them just do click damage, or do some of them do something more? So the 5 assigned to clicking monsters, up to 5, you can have up to 5 assigned to clicking monsters. They do just click monsters, but if you have 3 out there, they pick up the quest items in gold, so you don't have to be mousing over those. 4 does something too, quicker area transitions, so acting like you've pushed the right arrow key to change areas instead of waiting for the area complete animation to show up and then having to click the arrow. So the 4 Taskmasters does that, and the 5 makes him click more. The clicking taskmasters also increase your click daily monster or daily quest for clicking monsters. So you don't have to try and click when you have those daily quests. And then you can assign your taskmasters to use the buffs for you. Not the time warps, just the normal buffs, but you can keep flush with the buffs. The taskmaster will use one is assigned to every time that runs out, so pretty handy there. And then the taskmasters level up the Crusaders, obviously, and then they can cast the active abilities as well, if you've assigned them to cast the active abilities. Gragatrim says, no tanking, literally every map has speed degradation. Xlay did some great testing and found that hitting by all levels upgrades causes significant lag, as well as roughly every 5 care areas with the game open also starts causing lag. Well, yes, the buy all levels, when you're buying 36 Crusaders worth of levels, more than like a few hundred, which is what happens at the beginning of an area. There's going to be lag there because it's just going through the motions of buying all the Crusader levels. So we can't really trim that down anymore, but we could look at the 5,000 area thing for sure. Mm-hmm. Nautical Menace. I was going to tell you a Drosenthes joke, but it turned out to be indigestible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Vin Gummy says, Kyle is so cool, he's always chillin'. Fair.
Chilling on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Cassius, Squiggle's 5th rune should do something random every objective. That wouldn't be very handy.
But the unpredictability of the clown.
Yes, that's true. I guess we do have stuff that does random things, but slightly predictable at least, right? It's like, Dow's puddles are random, but you can prop them. And as long as he's high as DPS, then you get your puddles, right? And Pascal's tags are random, but they're useful. Leptimus, go Leprechauns. Anna and Morrigan will overpower Squiggles for sure. Well, Anna might.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, what's his name? Mm-hmm. Wow. I've forgotten our first... Larry,
the one you're drawing.
Yes. Maybe Larry and Snicket are being the distractions, and the rest of the Leprechaun squad is gonna sneak up on the terrible clown.
And now that you've said it, maybe someone will fan art it. Haha. 25 Hertz. Am I doing something wrong, or only the Crusaders that go in the Geode mission are able to use a Geode to open their 5th rune slot? In other words, only Crusaders that... So 25 Hertz, the only Crusaders with 5th slot runes in the game currently are the original 20 Crusaders, so Bushwhacker through Nate Dragon, the ones you saw when you first started the game. We're doing another batch of 30 runes today with the event launch. So that'll be for... Great. Brain. First event Crusader was Pete, or Mr. the Monkey. Pete and Mr. the Monkey through Littlefoot in today's batch of runes. But we're just doing the 5th slot runes in batches over the season, and by the end of the season, everybody will have a rune slot. It's not... The Geode mission is just to get the Geodes, so you can eventually unlock those 5th slot runes on the Crusaders you want. Valtherina says, hello there, ladies. For the first time, cheers from Turkey.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello. Mr. Pandino, I'm waiting for some Cyberpunk 2077 cameo with a new Crusader, maybe a Robo-Demon.
Not really gonna happen.
aside from the bad press about Cyberpunk 2077, I have literally no interest in the game, so probably won't be making a cameo.
Yeah.
Sippleman, are we getting more fifth slot runes soon, and will they always come in stacks of 20? Just answered that. Gragatrim and Xlade both saying when you push the buy L button at any time, it always causes some lag, which is also true because it's trying to check and see who needs levels. I'm pretty sure Kevin did the best he could in optimizing it, but it's just the way it happens. Kempafet evening from Finland ladies got a question about seeing the value of buffs, which is basically impossible for some of them as they are under the top right taskmaster when you have enough buffs activated. Oh, the clicking taskmaster. Yeah, the buff section could use a redesign. It's just been a smaller quality of life thing that gets pushed to the end of the list. The Nautical Menace. I need to make better Crusader jokes. Maikaru, speaking of the bench, any way to add a boost of some kind from being benched? It would add a permanent meta addition. So, like, you want to have the Crusader be in their formation for a second and then be benched, or you just want the benched Crusaders to provide something else? Big Smurf. Oh, so there will start an event today. Yes, the St. Patrick's event is starting today. Sippleman, but the first event Crusaders are 36 Crusaders. First year of events only had 17 events because the Augscast was added in tier 2 events. So technically 34, but I'm just going by Crusader ID, and a batch of 30 is manageable. I'm not going by tiers of events. That's just weird because there's also the 11th objective Crusaders in there and stuff, so it's just Crusader ID makes more sense. Sergio Rodriguez, the Crusaders talking in the machine stops was annoying. Hope it doesn't become the norm. So I know what I'm turning back on for April Fools. Oh, eat me, I'm pierogi won the giveaway. Congratulations.
Congrats. Pierogies are delicious.
Big Smurf, how many guys are working with this game? So me, designing stuff and testing stuff and answering the tickets and playing with the community. And then Kat arting all the things. And then Kevin is the developer, and we've hired another developer to take over from Kevin. So they're currently trying to learn everything that's in Kevin's head, which is kind of hard. But they'll just have to get used to everything. So Wilson has expressed interest in being on the Crusaders stream, hopefully once he knows a little bit more about the game. But maybe he can be roasted by you guys, we'll see. I'm sure he'd stand up to you guys. I'm sure it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. But yeah, currently 4 of us, but it is a team of 3. And then we get some support from marketing. Marketing still does the newsletters and writes most of the blogs, unless they're a little pressed for time or the blogs are a little complicated, so I write the blog. And they do the Twitter and the Facebook posts. And what else? Oh yeah, we have Jay and Sasha helping moderate the streams. So, yeah. We got some help, but basically a core of 3, and I can pick Justin's brain for design ideas when I'm stuck with design ideas. Mr. Pandino, I've finished Cyberpunk 2077 on PC 2 times and almost no bugs appeared. But I know it's really hard on the consoles.
Yeah, I have also heard that on PC it's fine. The bugs and stuff is not the problem I have with it. So.
No. Eat Me, I'm Pierogi. Jay will send you a Twitch message with instructions on how to claim your prize. My Kero clarified, like a benched Crusader adding to the formation, like Cindy cheering them on or something. I meant a specific Crusader to make gearing them and such useful. Well, the talents are there for having the gear on the Crusaders and having the golden on the Crusaders and having I did legendary friendship, yes. Having the legendary items on the Crusader on the bench seat of people you use. We can look at possibly trying to do more with the benched Crusaders. Michael and Evanescent care about EP values on Crusaders in the formation or on the bench, but that still includes all the shared EP in those abilities. So that's a pretty big thing as well. It's pretty cool. I know Evanescent's not really used for that. They're used more for the tag spreading, but But yeah, we can look at more benched stuff. Rusty Knight says, I meant to say I quite enjoyed seeing the April Fool's Day joke in The Machine Stops again. Yeah. Sippleman, how can we easily know which Crusaders have the 5th slot rune already unlocked? It's not that easy as base 20 Crusaders. Fair, you guys did ask for a filter last week on stream. But this is just for while I'm getting them added, right? Because eventually they'll start debuting with 5th slot runes. So then they'll just all exist having 5th slot runes. So it would be a temporary thing. We do have the filter that's like, you still have rune slots to unlock on these people. We do have the filter that sorts by bench seats, so you can just go through the list.
Will they be listed in the blog?
No. They want a blog. I don't have time to write one.
I would just thought with, like, because this one's coming with the event.
Yeah, no, the event blog will still just be separate, I'm pretty sure. I don't have time today. I really don't have time. But
Fair.
I can think about writing a blog next week. Maybe I'll try and make time next week.
Didn't mean to throw you under the bus or anything.
Yeah. I'm sure the wiki will have it soon enough. It just won't be in game. That's easy to find out the information. Xlade just says, pushing the button causes permanent frames per second loss. We can try again. Or you can just use Taskmasters to level up Crusaders. But I know the button is really handy. Or you can use the button and then close the game and then continue on. That's not fair. That's not something we should be advocating, I guess. Well, you guys put in enough tickets, I might make Kevin do the performance thing sooner than later. Kedgear, can we smuggle both the developer boys into the community Discord? We have a couple secret channels for bug testers, so they won't be hassled too much, hopefully. Kevin is already reading the Discord, and we still have bugs, so it's fine. Mykeru, speaking of, weekly reminder for Crocodile and Space Orc 40k style skin, guns, alien orcs tags.
Right.
Right. That is a thing. Cassius, maybe a filter for available empty 5th slots. Maybe. $25. Wow, that's an impressive amount of work for 3 people. Well done. Well, we had the entire team, like, get the game going, right? Maintenance is still, like, 3 people is maintenance, right? Like, bringing a new game together is a whole team effort kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. Still, I wouldn't discount the work that we do.
Yes, we do a lot of work, for sure. Because there's only so many work days in a week, and we don't work weekends, and we don't crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Mantis 5005 Woot. I finally have no epics on any of my Crusaders. I'm assuming that means you've got a legendary on all of them. Like you haven't intentionally tried to downgrade all your gear.
That even be possible?
Mr. Pandino, I'm also waiting for the option to erase the saved formation. That would be really useful, especially in dungeons. It may or may not get added. We'll see. Sippleman, how about an order function for Crusaders by ID? True, because it's just alphabetical sorting. But again, that's only temporary because by the end of the season, everyone will have a 5th slot rune, so. So I guess I haven't teased the weekend promo. So it's the Clown in the Sewers weekend promo with buffs to Kyle, Larry, Squiggles, Snicket, and St. Patrokia with a golden shoe for Squiggles. A reminder that the coloring sheet code from all the past weeks of coloring sheets expires tomorrow if you have not used it yet. Yeah. Rusty Knight, just a question for the future. Will Rune Solvent ever have a secondary use planned? No, Rune Solvent's just for removing runes. The Arcane Geodes do have a secondary use planned, though. Cassius says, oh yeah, saved formation preview, please. Yeah, so, today's code, all tier St. Patrick's dual chests, reminder to keep those until after you've recruited Gwendolyn, if you can recruit Gwendolyn, if you want them to contain gear for her. And yeah, event is on track to launch this afternoon, and that has been our Crusader stream for Thursday, March 4th, 2021. I've been Erika. That's been Kat. Oh, point that way. You can follow her on Twitter at Skeleven. Thank you, Jay, for being on the CNE Games account, capturing all the questions, modding the Twitch chat, and running the raffles. And thank you guys for showing up and watching the stream and being an awesome community as well. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Thanks as always. Bye-bye.
Bye.